好吧，我们只能重新开始。哎，真的不见了！刚才按的东西也不见了，你看，全部都不见。I see a noisy girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you would never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out before you've known each other for so long. We used to work to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crossword and let her catch up to me. 不要乱码了啦！你这边乱码了啦！It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends groups forced to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. 等一下，脚本不对吧？这脚本完全改了被改掉了，一切都被改掉，我存档不见了，是在哭哦。I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the range while spending my free time against an anime. There's always an anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in this anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever and is over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. 等一下 ，Sally 的痕迹真的不见了。Sally 存在过的痕迹完全不见，真的不见了，它就是不见了。Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Aaron? Monica! Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? 这什么意思？你的 been a while 是什么意思，小姐？你的 it's been a while 什么意思，小姐？Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. It's basically completely out of my league. So having a smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come here for anyway? I just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and the hobby sleep and how to prepare for events. I would much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dual. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really... 等一下 3 of us! 3 of us! It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, One of my members even keeping her manga's collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Aaron. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Oh, I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a bit better? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Oh, awesome! You are really sweet, Aaron, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're the more important. You're more important. 等一下，你在找东西了吗？你要改主意了，你要改成现在在找。你 And thus, today marks the day I saw myself to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly followed Monica across the school and upstairs. 等一下，我之前不跟 Sally 一起的吗？ A section of the school I rarely read, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. 是不是抢了什么东西 ，Monica？ 你是不是抢了什么剧情？你抢了 Sally 的剧情？你抢 Sally 原本的剧情 ？Oh no！ 你抢了引导者角色，你从 Sally 手上抢了引导者角色。Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom. What the fuck？ 我在看的什么？他刚才是不是滋？那是正常的吗 ？I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. 等一下。Guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Aaron. Words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki. Educated as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to having a hard time keep up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Aaron in your classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Did I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? 等一下，为什么这次瞒着下树？等一下，为什么这次要瞒着下树把我带来？为什么呢 ？Why? I was going to. Well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. 我怎么觉得你是故意的？你是故意的吧 ？In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Aaron? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. 所以我上个周末我坐在 Sally 旁边，所以他就不爽了，所以他不开心了，是吗
So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. This must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. No, not very people are very interested in putting out all the efforts to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it's mass school events, like the festival, that's much more important. I'm confident that we'll already grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. 等一下，上一回你不挺热情的吗？什么意思？你之前不还挺热情的吗？ Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. 等一下，你是不是把 Yuri 给省略掉？你为什么要省略 Yuri 呀？你怎么把喝那瓶泡茶 Yuri 省略？什么意思？为什么只会拿 Suki？ 可是 Yuri 现在才回来呀。Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry. The teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is trying to impress you. Let's not!
Insulted Yuri looks away.
I mean that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Aaron, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I have read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I murmured quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri chased the ring of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed to reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obviously by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
你决定要试着大声一点。
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Oh, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to as the minimal label. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I would expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
等一下，这也跟上一回不一样呢。上回 Monica 还说真没意外，真令人意外。所以 Monica 反应明明就是意外，这回她却是哦，这很正常哦，这挺适合你的个性的。什么意思 ？What do you mean?
Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Serial hero is often very successful and changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror.
What's that?
Well, I just
Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? I left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looks like you're looking at a point called "Don't say it out loud and give that back."
Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Oh, well, I guess sometimes. What do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them at some time?
Now!
Natsuki averted her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is write to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, expressing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We'll sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Natsuki and Yuri look critically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. The way everyone is even. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Aaron?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come for what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stared back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought.
Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. 所以他们两个互看了一眼，然后再Monica 转过来看我，这两个人互看了一眼。
I guess I need to tell you the truth better. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4.
不是啊，你原本有4个人啊，你原本不需要那么多人，因为你原本就有1个，你怎么办？不是你们原本就有足够的人啊，是那个人突然是那个人不见了，你们只要没有让他不见，你只要他没有不见人就够啦。为什么一定要我？
And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, I defended against these girls.
How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is a price I needed to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I have decided. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Aaron? Yeah, this could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissy. Aaron, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignments. Write a point to bring the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Aaron, I look forward to see how you express yourself.
Yeah, can I really impress the class, thought Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole day, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my occurrence, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? 废话当然要读啊! Yeah, let's read.
A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were four of us. I dreamed off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. And there was someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was a noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was, and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment.
到底是谁呀？谁在那边说笑？人家那边少一块啊，这少一块啊！好，我们把水丝存在这里吧。我们是不是要继续洗？我来看看，我这要写谁？我不知道，我什么都不知道。
I don't know anything. I don't know anything, you know. Loud. Apples.
不知道，我们看运气吧，选一些看起来不错的字。
Hi again, Aaron.
我不知道这是给谁。
Glad to see you didn't run away from us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. 等一下，你的脸怎么了 ，Yuri？ 你的脸，你刚才脸是怎么了
Thanks for keeping your promise, Aaron. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a committed plans for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not.
是我错觉吗？这画面怪怪的。
Make you dive headfirst into literature when you're not as committed to it.
What the fuck?
Oh, come on. Let him deserve any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan or just come here or hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki,
不是 Monica， 不是 Monica， 不对，这画面怪怪的啊！这画面感特别邪对吧？而且 Monica 这个图层是不一样。我看一下 history， 不是啊 ，Monica 你头发挡住字了，我要看 history， 靠背。
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the classroom.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga。等一下，我是这么早就开，这画面这么早开始突变的吗
？Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plows back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Aaron. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read?
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now. So it only feels right to me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it's like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
Oh no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I will be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just feel like, well, a vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
She reaches in her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
等一下头发都没，等一下头发上面都不见了，你看到？你们看头发上面都不见了这画面真的越来越大了
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read, as we could, discuss it if you wanted.
等一下我看一下 Monica 头发挡住那一边，我看一下。
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
等一下，这画面变正常，应该怪怪的吧？ Now that everyone settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activity for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense impression that she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh for waving the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approached her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! 屁啦，最好原本这样讲话。屁啦，原本真的这样讲话。你看他原本是，Freaking Monica！ 你看，我看 history 他写的是 Freaking Monica。Freaking Monica！She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of strips, books, and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What is supposed to mean? I see. There's a long volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pulled it out of the check. There it is! Natsuki snatches out of my hand. She then turns into a box of manga and slips the value right into the middle of the rest. Huh, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most infuriating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set. She's amazing. Perfect Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means in either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can just do it, blow the gas out of that door. She pointed to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Aaron. Consider that a little... Hey! 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 屁啦！不要再搞我台词。Consider this a lesson straight from a literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book. 什么意思？傻小。In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first value of Perfect Girl from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Oh, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Is he simply mom? Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the window sill. She pats on the ground next to hers, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Huh? What's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Now that I can say it's a particularly bad thing, I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, claiming the additional space where she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow! How long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the old values every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I have already finished a series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life ever. I kind of grew out of this, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? 等一下，先照惯例存 CG。你看，现在只剩，你看这里 ，Look here， 原本3个人的地方变得只剩2个了。
It starts.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't?
Let's not. Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Oh, sorry.
Like I could ever get my friend to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can even bring it up without them being all like, huh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Oh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much as friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. That's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part? Which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat me the shit out. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this.
哇靠，你爸也太狠了吧！这还打出屎哦！我操！
At least it's safe here in the club room.
那原本对白名是 I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this.
Except Monica is kind of jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it's part of in the end, isn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like I solved any of my problems.
Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough! Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah, I flipped the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. 哇，他睡着了。等一下，为什么变成他睡着了？你看他睡着了哎。It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Natsuki caught the piece straight into me. Hey. What the fuck? What the fuck? 我把它存档。What the fuck?
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay?
Here. Monica reaches in her bag and pulls out some kind of podium bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper.
I told you not to give...
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth.
Don't worry, Aaron. She's fine.
屁啊！他就叫你不要给他这东西了，你看你还说他很好。
It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snake in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share points now?
人家这有点怪怪的，他刚才只是睡着了。Who should I show my point to first? I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed to eager to read my point and want her to know I'm putting in efforts.
Hi, Aaron. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever even have any suggestions for a club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway,
want to share your point with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Aaron. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my point.
I like it, Aaron.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It's kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yeah, if you're interested in Natsuki, they always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy.
等一下 ，What the fuck？ 等一下 ，What the fuck？
如果你喜欢 Natsuki 的话，请记得准备点心，它会像狗狗一样的爬向你。
你是说那个初音是不是？我有看过阿贝 musical， 你是说那个初音是不是？你说那个初音，它就会趴在那个地上，它就会趴在地上，然后就一直小香。你说像那样吗 ？You
Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fuzzy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into pretty girls too. Pretty girls too, you know. Sorry, just try to look at the bright sides.
等一下，你这个话是讲的有点怪啊。
Anyway, do you want to read my point now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Housing word, but he wasn't looking at me. 等一下，这不之前那一首后续吗？ Housing word, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burnt eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply points on flat sheets of paper? The sound of branches scrolling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to creak, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my arms. I panic and 靠腰啊，小姐，你是跟我认真的是不是？妈的，我要看诗百期哦。靠北，我要读诗，我白痴。I want to read your point, idiots. The room begins to creak, closing it on me. The air I breathe dissipated before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. He's right there, swallowing my fears. I brandish my pen. Okay, 看到。
So, what do you think?
It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, this kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. Lattice, lots of points have been putting in emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Oh, well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of empathy recently. It's been influencing my points a bit.
And empathy?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in a spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Yuri stares at the point. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thought into words. Hold on.
Okay.
This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Oh, so is that bad?
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What will you say?
Right? It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick it up somewhere. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their stuff very deliberated. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stemming is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, there's nothing you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, bro.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your point now?
Please do. I would love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Goes under the lights. A chandeliers of my hair illuminated beneath the amber glow. Baby, it must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bet, claims breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light blinkens, I blinken back.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read.
Oh, well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is beauty.
Oh, that's a relief.
Also, I like the point. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't short? I usually write longer points. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more meaty. Sometimes something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Aaron.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did. Only glance over it after.
Oh, I remember the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work.
They usually do that more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost,
lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more Selma putting it that way. I hadn't ever thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that.
哦靠北啊！等一下，时间怎么过这么快？
Just remember that it won't be long if you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
什么意思？哦，对不起，我点错字。等一下哦。